Greetings, Scorpio, to your month ahead Tarotscope for the month of February 2016. This reading is for you if your sun, moon, or rising signs are in the sign of Scorpio. I'll go ahead and start shuffling here. Just shuffling until I receive some sort of intuitive guidance that it's time to stop. Before recording this video, I have shuffled quite extensively to shake off the energy from prior readings and to really just mix up all the cards well. So the purpose of my shuffle here is just allowing those cards for you for this reading to come up to the top of the deck. So as you can see, we just had a card fly out of the deck here. It's the Ace of Pentacles. So when cards fall out of the deck, I take those as extra messages and really important messages too. They may be overarching themes, overarching advice, or just kind of like a heads up, which I kind of feel like what this card is for you today. The Ace of Pentacles is showing new prosperous ventures. And for you, I feel like this month is really going to be the month where you plant the seeds for your future financially. So some of you might be applying for new jobs, submitting your resumes, or starting your own businesses. Or if you're not taking that action this month necessarily, you're starting to think about it. You're starting to lay the energetic seeds and you're starting to sow them. You're really taking the steps that you need to create this new garden, to create this new abundance in your life. Spirit, the universe is really handing you those opportunities this month. It's up to you to take advantage of them. So I'll continue to shuffle here. Just kind of waiting. Sometimes I hear something, sometimes I see something. A lot of times I just kind of know, I get a feeling that it's time to stop shuffling. All right. So the first card of the spread is going to be talking about how you're feeling heading into this month. So how you're feeling right now in the present moment heading into the month of February. And we have the Page of Pentacles, which goes absolutely wonderful with the card that flew out here while we were shuffling. The Page of Pentacles is really encouraging you to take those earth qualities of the Pentacles and really be them, to really exercise them in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day practice. The Page of Pentacles is encouraging you to stand in your power to make these physical things a reality, whether it's your finances, your career, your home life, or material or financial abundance. You really are standing pretty, if you will. I think that you've been working hard lately and you've been really stacking it up. I think that a lot of you have been saving, a lot of you have been purposely putting things aside for yourself. And this is going to be a month where you start to enjoy that abundance. I think for you, you're really going to be quite fascinated with yourself and your situation when it comes to what you've created for yourself. This month is really going to be a month of you noticing those opportunities, really seeing them and recognizing them, and then taking advantage of them. So really a big month to pay attention to synchronicities, to pay attention to symbols and omens and signs. Follow those. Those are messages that are saying you're headed the right direction. Card number 2 is your general forecast for the month ahead. So your general forecast, Scorpio, for the month of February. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So this is a real material wealth focused month because we have all pentacles so far. I think this card is pretty interesting because we were just talking about financial abundance, and this card represents the opposite. This card represents lack and scarcity and being afraid of your money running off with you. You can see that the figure here, he has a pentacle on his head, he has a pentacle in his arms, 2 under his feet. However, he's keeping them very, very close to him. He's hugging them to his body and he's almost scared. So it's interesting that you feel so financially well off right now. I think that this card is saying that once you start to spend some of that abundance, because I think you will this month, I think that there is money that needs to be spent so you can start getting the ball rolling for your hopes and dreams. I think that you will experience a little bit of buyer's regret, if you will. Not that you're going to make decisions on the wrong thing. I think everything that you're spending your money on is for your highest and best, because we do have the Ace of Pentacles here. You are starting a new journey for yourself. And this financial abundance and this need to spend money, I do believe is part of it. Sometimes it just is. So I think for you, since you've spent so much time saving and putting aside this money and these resources, now that you start spending them, it's going to be a little scary for you. So some of those old fears of lack and scarcity and of not having enough money and of money it feels like it just always runs away. Some of those same feelings are going to come up for you. So being aware of those and actively reassuring yourself and practicing affirmations for abundance and practicing having that confidence that the Page of Pentacles has here in the card beside you. Card number 3 is your upcoming challenges. And here we have the Queen of Swords. I feel like these two cards here, the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, really go together here. The Queen of Swords is a strong and confident woman who has the courage to make fair and rational decisions. She's a really balanced individual, and she can see how to make a fair and equal choice between two opposing options. For you, I feel like this has to do with kind of a little bit of a flip-flop that you may experience this month, going in between this financial abundance and then this lack or this fear of lack. So really, in those situations, your challenge here is to call on the Queen of Swords energy to use that discipline, to use that ability that you have inside of you to make concrete, fair, and just decisions, and bring yourself back to a place of balance. Use that rational side of yourself that is accessible to you. Use that part of yourself to guide yourself and to encourage yourself through this time that may seem kind of scary as you start to use this money that up until now has kind of just been sitting there and helping you feel financially secure. In this card too, I like to look at what the card that follows, because this queen is pointed this direction. I see this card as her having a discussion with someone. So let's see who she's talking to. The next card here is going to talk about your good fortune, blessings, and abundance. So all the gifts and the beautiful, wonderful things that are going to be coming your way this upcoming month. And we have the Seven of Cups. So this card is all about overwhelming choice, about so many different paths that you can go down. And I feel like this here is the Queen of Swords, where her energy will really shine this month. I think that as you begin to explore your next steps, I think there is a craving in you for more, for something else to come into your life, for you to walk down another path. There's a need for a new intensity. I think that you're getting bored with how things are. And I think this is why you're starting to use some of this security money that you've saved up to help yourself down a new path. And you will start traveling that new path this month, because we had the Ace of Pentacles cards that just flew out at us. So really the tarot is saying, yes, this is the month to start your new path. The gift here is that you have so many different paths to go through. And while it may seem like that is an added challenge, that you have this decision to make about all the different things that you're interested in, all the different things that you could pursue, we have the Queen of Swords next door looking over at these choices. So you will have access to her energy to help make your decision, to help really figure out what is the right course of action for you. What is the course of action that's most appropriate for you? It's interesting because the Queen of Swords does come up in the upcoming challenges position. So perhaps at first it will be challenging for you to access that part of yourself. Scorpio, you tend to be a more emotional based person or individual. So for you, it might be a little bit challenging to access that part of yourself. However, we have the Seven of Cups right here in the good fortune, blessings, and abundance position. So yes, these choices will be abundant. However, because we have the Queen of Swords looking right at them, I feel like once you do access that energy, it'll be easy to apply it to all the different areas of your life. In this case, making a decision about what sort of venture or what sort of project to next pursue. The last card of this spread is this month's lessons. So your lessons for the month of February 2016. And we have Nine of Cups. And I think this is a beautiful card to end this spread with. We have another yellow background like we had in the Page of Pentacles. So lots of power, lots of courage, lots of standing in our power this month. This card is about success, about having everything that you wanted. This person here, he's sitting in front of his cups. He looks mighty content. He looks mighty happy with himself. I feel like for you, the big lesson here is taking these cups here, each one that has a different option, that each one that's a bit overwhelming about which one to choose. And you're really going to learn to put them in a line, to put your ducks in a line, so to speak, only it's your cups in a line this time. So for you, it's really calling on this Queen of Swords energy to help organize your thoughts, to help organize your emotions, and help organize yourself and your next course of action. For you, I think it is going to be a little bit of experimentation. I think there will be some spending money on things and then realizing that that's not really what you want to pursue. And then there will be, once you access this Queen of Swords, this diligent, rational way of thinking, that'll help you make decisions. You will find it increasingly easier and easier to apply this energy to your life and to really organize your thoughts and feelings. By the end of the month, you're going to be feeling pretty happy with yourself. You're going to be feeling good about heading forward into the future. And this is the lesson here. I think there will be times where you do fall into this Four of Pentacles energy, where there is an aspect of, oh, woe is me, I'm suffering, this is too hard. And then you will slowly build yourself up by making decisions, by really analyzing and looking at the different aspects of your life. You will learn that even though yesterday you may have felt like this energy of success, of happiness, of having those dreams come true, that is always accessible to you as well. This concludes your month ahead Tarotscope for February 2016. As always, it was an honor and a pleasure. If you're interested in a personalized reading, please check out the link to my Etsy. You can find it in the description below.